Well, how's everybody doing today? It is Thursday. We're ever so close to the weekend. This is 11/13/25. And we're going to dive back into all the hate towards Trump because he said, well, I guess I'm paraphrasing. He basically saying we need more smart people in the country to help us with these new technologies and things that we have. And I was coming across some comments and stuff, and I was like, wow, there's some people out there who were, thinking like me, but there's a whole bunch of them who are still just attack, 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 attack. And it's a shame because this is a time where we do not need to be divided. Take a deep breath and let's see how this plays out. Now, I know there's limits on how many of the H1 visas. There's a limit on how many they can have, right? And give the Americans a chance in these fields. But we have here, this is a reply to a Benny Johnson and the mama, 122232641, and this Jim guy responds because even Benny Hinn has jumped on the bandwagon of hating on Trump and that, we need to do away with the H1 visas. And this guy says, what the F? 40% of American high school graduates are illiterate. You can't blame this shit on H1Vs. America has 4.5 million job opens currently. The DEI college graduates are unqualified to do. The problem ain't H1 visas, it's unemployable Americans. Like I always said, sometimes the truth hurts. And you have all of these colleges that has accepted all these DEIs. They're getting the scholarships and getting in even before white people, which I think is racist. And we've talked about this before on the channel where it's racist to do this over any class or race. You got a couple of people, two of them, maybe the white person has a higher score, but they're going to let the black person in because they got to meet a quota. And this has been going on for years, and it's been discriminatory towards whites. If I was black, I would be pissed because I wouldn't want a handout. I would want to be able to enter a college or somewhere on my merit, on my intellect. If I can't make it yet, then guess what? I better go home and study harder. That's just my opinion on that. This other guy, Bill Mitchell, I follow him on X, and he says, a serious question for those attacking Trump today on H-1B's visas. I assume you are aware Trump will be our president for the next 3+ years. There's no backup plan. What exactly are you trying to achieve by declaring that you've given up on Trump? No offense. And let's get the rest. But are you that effing stupid? If you weaken Trump, we get Democrat control of the House and Senate in 2026. And then we are really screwed, honestly. And he says, honestly, some of you are that stupid. Again, I think everybody just needs to hold their breath and see how generally Trump is usually right. I mean, I haven't seen him called out on anything else. That everything he's done for America is a good thing. So apparently, my opinion is we don't have enough smart people. You need to do away with the Board of Education and restructure it. We got another one here. Call me skeptic. Says a woke DEI Randy Wheelingarten unionized the educational system with government-backed indoctrinating universities is crap. If we need to bring in better qualified foreigners to help us excel in technology, our education leaders have failed miserably and need to be fired. And they have. I can't believe that there's been so much hate on X to Trump. On the right. On people who are so-called conservatives. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop it. We do not need to be divided. We do not want to give Democrats a shot at winning in 2026. It's unbelievable. And then this guy says their kids are also not wasting valuable school time on whether they are a boy or a girl or a furry. Our education system is the worst for industrialized countries. This has been the plan since Bush, No Child Left Behind. Now, I don't know if that's true with since the Bush, but good God, the Board of Education has been embedded, what, since the 70s? 60s, even prior to that? Maybe I need to Google that. I did have a reference for when it started. I did a whole video on it. On Should the Board of Education Go? Y'all can go look at it. I didn't look at it to refresh my memory, but apparently before the Board of Education took over, we were just fine. We were just fine. We were cranking out smart people. Since the Board of Education has been involved, look at where we are now. Look at where we are now. It's insane. It's just insane on where we are. What does this one say? This one says their government isn't a driving force behind indoctrinating their youth to hate their country. They educate them with skill and fund our universities to weaken our future. So basically he's talking about China and other countries. They're not indoctrinating their kids. Not like we are with this woke nonsense. I mean, we're indoctrinating our kids with nonsense. They might be indoctrinating their kids to honor their country. China doesn't do a multicultural suicide. China is over 91% Chinese. They have a hominid unity that lets them move forward without having to deal with the division that we do. Yeah, what is this multicultural crap that's been perpetrated upon us? You're from another country, you come in, you need to speak English before you become an American citizen, and you assimilate. I don't want this multicultural bullshit, because this has been the problem. This is what's causing all of this rife. This can't be too loud because I might get thing because of the music on it. I made this, but I have it's not really a copyright strike. It's just saying I can't monetize this video I made with the Mozart music, but I enjoy it anyway. There you go. Hopefully there won't be a commercial pop up. Let's see what Michael says. He says that because China's workforce can read and write. In the United States, 54% of American adults read below the equivalent of a 6th grade level, and nearly 1 in 5 adults reads below a 3rd grade level. Lower literacy rates directly correlate to higher unemployment rates. Let's see what else he says. Reduced income and the overall impacts on U.S. Competitiveness on the global stage. Competitiveness on the global stage. It's true. I did a video yesterday, and I was basically saying all of this, that we have gotten dumb, and people are all pissed that somebody would say that, oh, we need smarter people. Trump didn't say it exactly like that, but basically he was telling Lauren Ingraham, no, we don't have enough. Basically, because she's saying, well, don't we have the people to do this? He's like, no, we don't. I was like, damn. Damn. That's crazy. And here, this person says they don't have the Department of Education destroying their education either. And they're all talking about China. When reading literacy is sub 50% in our elementary schools, China isn't the problem. Just for comparison, in 1979, the year prior to, was it 1979? Prior to Department of Education, literacy in elementary was over 90%. Reading is fundamental to all future success. Let me see. If you can't read, you can't succeed. We need to bring those literacy and ad campaigns from the 70s back. We need to focus on literacy first. We are destroying our children's future. I know that, I think it started before that. I'm not sure. I didn't go and Google it, but hey. Regardless, before Department of Education, we were doing just fine. As soon as they took over, a few years later, I guess they figured out, hey man, this is a good way to dumb everybody down, open the floodgates with the border, and then we'll have several generations of dumbasses who are going to vote for us, and then we'll even dumb down the history. They won't be patriotic. They're going to hate their country. Hell, we'll even make them think that they're not in the right body. It's just insane. This is insane. And let's see. Bill Mitchell says, let me get this. Here's the reality. If Donald Trump ended the H-1B program tomorrow, technology companies would not then hire unskilled American workers. They would simply outsource the jobs. We are currently graduating only 200,000 STEM-trained individuals a year. That isn't nearly enough to fill American technological jobs. So we are pumping out. So according to Bill Mitchell here, he's saying 200,000 STEM jobs trained individuals a year. He's saying that's not enough to keep up with it. Do you guys remember a few years ago, I saw a stats talking about we didn't have enough qualified people to work big machinery, like those big machines you see doing the freeways and stuff. Like there was a shortage of skilled labor. Just skilled labor, not this STEM job, which is up there with the brains, right? Like we're having a problem with just basic skilled labor. And here's Dinesh. I like Dinesh, and Dinesh has received so much hate. Oh my God, it's insane. Y'all go to his page on X and click on some of his posts. The hate is insane. From mega sources, I learned that our students have zero attention span, can't do simple math, processes no critical reasoning skills, has serious behavioral issues, and are 3 and 4 years behind in cognitive development. Are these the best in the world? Whiz kids who can ace any job? How many videos have we seen on TikTok, YouTube, X, of classrooms across America with kids getting up and smacking their teacher, cussing at them, beating them up because they took their video game from them? They're all on their phones. All across America. It is a problem. It is a big, big problem. Okay, so we're talking about education, right? So, Matt Walsh posts this. He says, we have to educate people about beauty. Yes, I often said that if anyone doesn't find me physically attractive, it's because the lack of proper education. I'd laugh at it. Look, it's a video of Michelle Obama. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's going to be loud. Some of these are just super loud. It says, Michelle Obama, black female beauty is so powerful. We are owed respect. Oh, shit.
And we have to start educating people about all kinds of beauty.
Yes.
And our beauty is so powerful and so unique. That it is worthy of the conversation, and it's worthy of demanding the respect that we're owed for who we are and what we offer to the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And we have to start educating people about.
And ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. This is the problem with the education system, because people like Michelle Obama, she probably wants a whole class in it on showing respect to diversified people. And you have to show respect and respect their beauty. There'll be a whole class on it, or a course in the college. But this is funny. Yes, I often said that if anyone doesn't find me physically attractive, it's because they have a lack of proper education. When you see these posts on X or on TikTok, you're wondering, the education system has failed us miserably. I mean, we could laugh about it, but this shit is real. So this person posts, why do white people want their own communities? And then this black guy's gonna go on a tirade about white people. It's like, damn. I'd like to know what his education background is for him to be just spewing a bunch of nonsense.
Let's deport these motherfucking crackers back to Europe, Britain, the caves they crawled out of. You know, them rocks they was hiding under? Let's deport them back. Let's take our motherfucking country back. Deportation, y'all. Let's get rid of these crackers. And if they don't want to take deportation, let's lynch them like they lynched us.
Why would he say take them back to where they came from? Education. Why would he think that? We sent Columbus over here. Spain sent Columbus out. He discovers America. We send some ships out with the Pilgrims on it to come and further expand Britain, to expand their empire. We were the expansion. We were them. So we come here, we set up roots generation after generation, and it was hard. People died drinking the water, died from mosquito bites, malaria. It was tough to live back then. They actually had to get off their asses every day, work until dark, so they could survive. We have no idea. We cannot fathom what that would have been like. Women having children, no doctors around. You were lucky if you were born. I guess you were lucky if you lived past 12. You were lucky if you lived to 30. You were considered lucky. But he says, send us back. Wow. Where did he get his education? I just beg the question. I'm just asking questions here. Now, if a white person was saying that, oh, good Lord. We need to send them back. But really, we can't send the blacks to Africa. A lot of the black Americans, their ancestrals came from all different parts of Africa. All different parts. Because other black tribes were grabbing them and selling them to the Europeans. Or the traders, whoever the traders were, selling them to the Middle East, selling them to the Americas. And at some point, Britain said, no, we're not doing this anymore. And they ended up stopping. But where would you send them? You couldn't. Because, like I said, they were from all different tribes in all different parts of Africa. Africa's a continent. There's all kinds of countries inside of it. They betrayed their own kind. But it didn't matter because they were from another tribe. Nobody talks about that. Now, I'm not saying it was right for the slave traders to buy them. But these other blacks tribes were just as eager and willing to trade and sell these people. They did. That's what happened. So really, we can't really send. We don't know we wouldn't know where to send you. Plus, you're embedded in America. We are all embedded in America, even though we came from Britain. We established a country. We're here for a long time, and then boom, we're developing. We're building cities, and all of a sudden, Britain's like, "Hey, man, we want more money from y'all. We want more taxes." Actually, we were still part of the British Empire. They were just taxing the shit out of us. So we had enough. We're like, no, you're way over there. I think we can just, we can run things ourselves. We don't need you. We don't need you. We'll govern ourselves.
Let's chain them to the back of our Chargers, our Hemis, our Suburbans, our Tahoes, and drag them through the streets.
Damn.
So their bodies rip off and fall apart.
Damn.
Fuck. Do we keep having sympathy and empathy for these people and keep peacefully protesting? They're violent. The only thing they answer to is violence. The only thing they understand is violence and hate. So let's take a page out their book. Let's get on their level.
Yeah, you've actually always been the most violent group in American history, committing most of all of the crimes and 60% of all of the homicides, according to the Bureau of Justice Statistics and the Office of Justice Programs. So you talk about violence committed against your community, and you bring up the idea of the Klan or lynchings, but the Klan lynched about 3,000 people over the course of 100 years. 1,000 of those being white people lynched for cattle theft. Every single year, black Americans kill 8,000 to 9,000 black Americans, or 3 times as many every single year than all of those, including the white people that were killed by the Klan.
That's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? Again, we're all talking about education. And when you see these people talking, you're like, my God, did they ever go to school? What are they doing? I guess TikTok makes it so basic that anybody could get on there and just post gobbledygoo. I thought this guy was funny. And again, everything we're looking at, you have to put in context. Were these people educated? Now, this guy's funny. But he's going to show a clip. All right, here we go.
Y'all been tagging me in this shit for the last 3 days, and I've been trying not to do it because I don't want to deal with this level of stupidity. It's so dumb.
My God.
Fuck me.
So let's talk about where the word good morning originated from. Good morning. All right, so during slavery times, when the women used to mourn about their child being taken away and sold to a different slave master, or if one of the family members did something that resulted into them getting whipped or killed, most of these things used to happen in the evening time. When a child was sold off, or somebody was getting whipped.
It's not the same thing. You don't like good morning? You don't like it? Fine. Goodbye. See you later. Talk to you tomorrow. Fuck off. You can't say anything anymore. Everything is racist. Everything is connected to slavery. You can't say shit no more. Bro, I feel bad for white folks because y'all can't do shit anymore. Y'all breathe racist. You can't even say good morning anymore. I said good morning at least 7 times today. Damn. Can I get a respawn? New game. Y'all been tagging.
That's crazy, right? That's just insane. Where did she get this absurd idea? Where did good morning originate from? I just had to. I had to go look it up. I had to look it up. The term good morning is a greeting that combines the adjective good, morning pleasant or aspiracious, with morning, the early part of the day. It's let me get this in here for you all the way. So, okay. It's essentially a shortened form and an older, fuller expression. I wish you a good morning. Oh, it gets better. Historic origins, Middle English, 14th, 15th century. The earliest recorded uses appeared in English literature around the 1400s. For example, in Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales, 1384 to 1400, characters use phrases like good morrow. I think he would say morwy, good morwy, or God Mori as a polite morning salutation. Old English roots. The word morning comes from Middle English moreen, derived from Old English morgen, meaning dawn or daybreak. Good was commonly added to wishes for well-being, much like good day or good night. Good night. Goodbye. Evolution of the phrase. 15th, 16th century, good morrow, a valiant meaning good tomorrow, morning, was widely used in the Shakespearean English example Romeo and Juliet, 1597. Good morrow to you both. Good morrow to you both. Good day, sir. 17th century onward, good morning gradually replaced good morrow as morrow fell out of everyday use. By the 1800s, good morning became the standard greeting in English-speaking cultures. It's a contracted benediction, originally a blessing or wish for a pleasant start to the day, similar to... It's a contracted benediction, originally a blessing or wish for a pleasant start to the day, similar to the French bonjour, literally good day, or Spanish buenos dias is good days, and German guten Morgen, good morning. If I said that correctly, I don't know. So the summary, and I got to pull this up for you, is good morning originated in medieval English as a polite wish for pleasant morning, evolving from fuller phrases like, I bid you a good morrow, into the compact greeting we use today. It's been a common use since at least the 15th century. And there you have it. There it is. So wherever this woman got this information from, I don't know. She pulled it out of thin air. Again, it's all back to education. When these people say these things, you need to just go look it up. It takes 2 seconds to Google it and see what the hell is going on. I mean, was she right? No, she's not. She made it up. All right, we got a funny here. Watch what this guy does to this guy's flag. He tries to steal a Trump flag. What's this?
You lost. You lost. Stupid asshole.
Wow. Tried to take the flag and then run away real quick.
All that hate. It's unfortunate that it happened, but...
That was nice of him.
Man,
I mean, he could have said you deserved that, but he said it's unfortunate that happened.
that is... Oh, and now you got the cops here.
And now you got the cops. This guy, he just smacks right. Let's see that again.
You lost. You lost.
Oh, sorry. Wow, that's just crazy. We got goofy Angelina Jolie saying, I don't, at this time, recognize my country. These are very, very heavy times. She goes on to say that she's lived abroad. She's international. She's international. She just don't like what she's seeing, what's happening in the country. Wasn't she trying to get her daughter to look like a boy? I mean, is anybody going to listen to anything she says? But I just thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. I said, she needs to leave. Stay international and don't bring your dumb views here. Because she's talking like she's so sophisticated. Look. She's so sophisticated. I just don't recognize this country. But I've lived abroad, my family. We're international. Yeah, no wonder you don't recognize it. You've been over there in London lately? Are you still there? Why don't you go live there? And then tell us how you feel. Y'all know. through most of the Biden administration, at least after the first year, we all started noticing things. I noticed it. Something's off with him. Right? We all noticed it. But here's the left. And what they're saying about Donald Trump's physical and mental health. Which they, remember, keep in mind, there was never one little peep out of them. All during the Biden administration when he was stumbling and fumbling and bumbling and word salad. And all they could do, they could bring up the debate because, boom, that was on the world stage. But we all knew something was wrong with Biden, right? Did I say Trump a minute ago? I apologize. We're talking about Biden and how the left never said one peep about his mental. Oh, he was sharp as a tool. Remember Joe Scarborough? I know him. All of them saying he's just as sharp. He's involved. No, we're not using the auto pen. But here's the left talking about Donald Trump.
Joe Biden had a bad debate night, and the world exploded. Okay, that was all that was going to be talked about. There were people who wrote books about it. Hello, Jake. All this other bullshit. And Donald Trump's...
Wait a minute. Holy crap. That's Jake on the right? Jake is a dude. Dude. Jake is a dude.
Physical and mental collapse is right in our faces every damn day. He cannot string 20 words together without some wild ass misstatement of fact. I would say that kindly. When he's not lying, his senility and his dementia is so obvious that he does not understand where or what.
Oh my God. Trump's civility and dementia. That man almost every day is doing some kind of press conference, asking questions from the media, and he's still funny. He'll like, no, you're NBC. No, I ain't taking questions from you. Nope. This guy says he has dementia. And then the guy with the glasses, that's a guy. That's not a woman. And then here's Jennifer. Jennifer on the left. They're like, yeah, you're preaching to the choir, brother. Let's say Donald Trump has dementia.
Where he is or what he's doing. This is a president who is physically and mentally collapsing in front of America, and he's in charge of 7,000 nuclear weapons.
Where was he when Biden was a basket case? And he was in charge of all these weapons. Not a word. Shoot, they were having to escort Biden by the hand. We've all seen the images. And listen to what they're saying. The hypocrisy knows no bounds.
And he's surrounded by people who know this. This is why Russ Vought, Project 20.
Now, wait a minute. Wasn't Biden surrounded by people who knew his mental stability was out in left field? And hell, Trump calls him Sleepy Joe because every time we seen him, he was on a beach somewhere in a chair taking naps. Trump's traveling the world, making press conferences every other day. Good Lord.
25 and Stephen Miller and J.D. Vance and Pete Hegseth and Marco Rubio are all doing their own thing because they can get away with it. Trump doesn't have a clue what's happening around him, and he's easily led and manipulated by both people internally, like his own staff, and externally, like Vladimir Putin. He is a guy who is physically and mentally knocking on death's door loudly, and we're ignoring it as a country.
Wow.
Joe Biden.
The hypocrisy knows no bounds. All right, last one. We're going to wrap this up. Here we go. Black people canceling Christmas.
Niggas are canceling Christmas.
To me, the only logical response to the government canceling SNAP benefits is for Americans to cancel the holiday season. Close the wallets. You don't need to buy a turkey. You've had turkeys for the last how many years? You're good to skip a year. It makes no sense for, in response to the government taking food off people's tables, for us to then open our wallets and continue the economy as if nothing is wrong.
That's your logical response? What a fucking retard. How about you close the refrigerator door? No more turkey for you? It's about fucking time. Niggas love thinking that they're the main character in this country. Our dollar isn't worth shit in this country. You niggas are gonna stop shopping because of food stamps? Are you fucking kidding me? Go boycott those fucking drug dealers. Go boycott those weave stores that you don't even own.
Oh, shit.
Niggas not spending money at Walmart. It's not gonna make an impact on the fucking economy.
No, it's
and nor
not.
should we be protesting or boycotting shit over people getting their food stamps cut. It's about time it gets cut for you niggas. Niggas.
I like this guy. Let me get his name in here. Andrew Williams. Y'all need to go check him out on X. He posts a lot of funny stuff. This is just one I came across and I shared it. It was pretty funny. He said it ain't gonna do nothing. It's not gonna do nothing compared to the whole United States buying groceries. Blacks only make up a small percentage of the population anyway. What, about 14%? And then on top of that, how out of the 14%, how many of those are on food stamps? I didn't go Google it, but you could do the math. I mean, it's not going to do a dent. Again, this whole theme today was education. It was all about education. Education. These people are uneducated. That's why I stand with Trump. Everybody just take a big, deep breath and see what Trump has in store, because it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Stop bitching and whining and moaning and face the facts. We have a bunch of dumbasses in our country because of the Board of Education. And sometimes the truth hurts. Tell me what you think. Like and subscribe. Don't worry about hitting that bell, but leave a comment. Let me know what you think. It's all good. And it'll help me out in the algorithm. Please like, subscribe, and share. And there you go. There you go.